for the community with unity and impunity. Give me my flowers now, no need for a eulogy. We the people developing love and equality. Feed the homeless, help those living in poverty. Teach and raise our children, time to change our culture because they are our future. The war is not over till the fat lady sing. Your future self is watching, time to ignite our dreams and cut the bucket past the stream.
All you can make for the community. From Memphis, if you believe, you will achieve. To succeed, lead and make history. From Memphis.
Man, look, welcome to Memphis C's Top of the Morning podcast, man. This has been a great week for me. Let me tell you, we made some great connections throughout this week. There's a lot of great things that's getting ready to come up for Memphis C's and other organizations that we're tied to. And like the energy that has been flowing for us all, like it has been phenomenal. This is a place where we bring in our community innovators to broadcast their services, their brands, and more. So I just want to tell you to stay tuned as we explore another guest this week, which I think he's a great brother, especially for the things that he offers, things I've heard, man. And I'm willing, I'm ready, I'm open to learn some of his knowledge, some of the things that he's endured on his path. You know, before I get to that, let me get into a few announcements. Shout out to the founding family, Memphis C. Shout out to some of the Memphis C's founding family. I mean, to the founding family, my bad. You know, y'all know we make mistakes, and nowadays we're putting it out there in the world, you know, so you don't have to be perfect to be the person that you really want to be. You don't have to be perfect, you know. That person will grow on to you, you know. But back on to the announcements. We have a homeless event coming over Adrian Search Davis on the 27th of this month. Man, it's gonna be great because we're gonna be feeding the homeless in the morning, man. And if you went to any other homeless event that he's had, man, it's phenomenal. You know, he has these people come out, they perform for these people. You know, we're serving the underserved community, you know, people who think they have been forgotten. You know, but it's going down in the Court Square Park on the 27th of this month, September, at 9 in the morning to 1 p.m. If you get out there at 9 o'clock at night.
September what?
September the 27th.
27th.
Yeah, 27th. September the 27th this month. And like I was going to say, if you get out there at 9 o'clock at night, I don't know who you're going to see. I don't know what you're going to see. You might see some of them planes and aliens and ships that they have flying around. I don't know. But it's 9 a.m. in the morning. Meet us there, man. You know, we're going to have a great time, a wonderful time, man, with Adrian out there, him and his team, the CLSA family. Another thing, we're looking for sponsors for the Stop Drop That Fentanyl campaign. This campaign is one of the biggest and greatest ones that I've been a part of. We're going out into the community and we're trying to stop the rise of fentanyl and other drugs that are on the rise that are killing our community off and stuff, you know. We have locations locked in, not just here in the city. We have other cities like Jackson. I think we have some up in Chicago. We have other locations that's jumping on board of this campaign. So if you want to be a part of it, which I think is an ongoing thing, which we have we're setting up dates even into 2026 right now. We're setting up dates. So if you want to be a part of that, man, look, reach out to us on any social media outlet. Me, my co-host Riley Moe, he's not in right now, but he will be back next week. You know, shout out to him, bro. You gotta come to work. All these vacation we just started the show. You can't be on vacation already, bro. I'm just saying, dog. Come on, man. You don't took off, man. You already on vacation. Come on, dog. Come on, man. You gotta come to work, bro. Ain't no skipping class, dog.
Don't he drive?
Yeah,
He drive truck.
Yeah, but he on a family trip.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
Also,
just
that's
reach
your
out
brother.
to us, huh?
That's your Riley's your brother.
No, it's my partner, but he's my brother in spirit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, or you just reach out to Chantel Mathis, phase 2, where she's over, you know, for the Stop Drop That Fentanyl campaign. Also, I don't have the big check here. But I sure feel a dance move coming up. I feel one I feel me a dance move, dog. They got the Juking for Peace going down, man. They putting the dates together. We will shortly be getting back to you with that date. I can assure you that the first place winner will be getting $500. $500. That's half the money we used to pay to get a whole car.
Just the days.
Just to
do what you love to
do what you love to do, man. And it's so much. It's gonna be so fun. That event gonna be very fun. I'm building that hype. I'm gonna be live.
That's beautiful.
I'm tell you, I'm gonna jump out there, man. I'm gonna try to give me a couple moves into it. Maybe my one move might kill everybody, John. You know, it might be the slide. You know, you know what I'm saying?
I got one move.
I got one move. I'm telling you, when that leg turned, just know that was it.
That was
you know what I'm saying, man? Hey, I'm telling you, dog, it's going down, man. For the Juking for Peace. Just stay tuned with us so you can figure out what it's gonna be, so you can come sign up and get that $500. Another announcement that we have is our sponsorship packages. Our sponsorship packages are $100 for 3 months, $250 for 6 months, $500 for a year. Just reach out to us on any social media platform. You know, we got our own Memphis Seeds page. You can reach out there and get better information and get a little more depth in information for our sponsorship packages. Well, let me tell y'all this right here, man. Without further ado, I want to introduce our guest, our brother from the community of agriculture. Our brother from, I've heard he's been doing comedy. I heard he's had his own show and everything, you know, and I want to learn more about him because this is my first time meeting him. This is my first time learning about him. So y'all better get an interesting conversation. And we're about to show y'all how two people conversate and have a great conversation without getting mad at each other. With just good positive influence. This is how we exchange energy.
Good dialogue.
Good dialogue. There it is. That's the word I was looking for. See how we help each other? That's what we're going to do in the community. You know, but anyway though, man, Skunky, my brother, man, can you please introduce us to you? Who are you?
Well, I'm Big Skunky, former radio podcaster, former radio personality for Bumper 96.3 with my co-host Greg Langhorn. I'm pretty sure y'all know Greg.
Yeah, Greg was right there on TV.
Yeah. From there, I'm an actor. I've been in quite a few movies. I also produced my own comedy shows as well. I'm not a comedian, but I provided a big platform for
comedians to evolve.
Local comedians here in the city of Memphis to have a place to come and, you know, show what they can do. I'm also I call myself a gardener, but I farm as well. So farming and gardening is two totally different things. So I'm really, really deep and heavy into agriculture anyway.
So let's break it down. Help me understand what's the difference in farming and gardening.
Farming is more, it's a lot of things that factor into that. So you have acreage, for one, being one of them. Most farmers have a large, vast piece of property, and they grow and produce fruits and vegetables or commodity stocks is what they stock. You know what I'm saying, like crops or whatnot for sale. Most gardeners, they either grow them for a community where they're giving it away or just grow them for themselves. So that's the difference in the two.
Okay.
Let's just sum it up in layman's terms without getting too technical. And
right.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't have to deal with any laws and anything like that if you dealing with gardening versus farming. You got the agriculture, you got the USDA, you have whatever state that you're in. You know, they're passing laws and inspectors and all different type of stuff.
Yeah, I know I seen something probably last year, maybe early this year, but it was basically saying that if you have a farm, then you need to register.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's in your backyard or whether that farm, wherever it's at, you know, even your smallest farm, you can have just a little patch. They want you to register that. You know, what do you think about it?
Well, you don't have to register it. Basically, it's all the money thing. So let's just get down to it, because I don't really hold nothing back. I be wanting people to know the truth about stuff. When they say register it, it's a good and a bad thing. So like I have 3 properties here in the city of Memphis that I have farm numbers to, and these farm numbers is basically so that you can receive funding from the government and through these different programs that they have. So they have things set in place, like the first thing, you have to have a farm number to go with your piece of property. Then you have to show proof that you've been farming for at least 3 years for certain grants that you may want to get, you know, for high tunnels or anything like that, materials and stuff like that. So it's not a bad thing, you know what I'm saying? And the farming numbers and stuff like that cover your crops too, with certain stuff. So like that corner right there, you can go get a farm number for that corner and grow one plant in that corner. And if something was to happen to that plant, then you call to the agriculture center like, hey, my plant died, you know, under whatever conditions. If it fall up under that chart, up under that code, they repay you for that. So it's really all a money thing.
Okay, I never knew that. You know, I'm always open and looking to learn. So anybody get to talk about this farm stuff, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna talk like almost like an expert to you at this point, because you just gave me some stuff, boy. You just gave me some firepower.
Yeah, it's just to protect you and to set stuff up the right way. So like if you have a whole crop season that you know it dies, you know, you can get funding. And for like the grants and stuff like that, a lot of people going after grants because, you know, finances may not be what they need to be for them to invest into their farms or their gardens or whatnot. Because it does cost a lot of money, man. It's very expensive to run a farm or a garden. So they go after certain grants, you know, to fund their stuff, you know, to get pots, soil, and things like that. Certain programs here in the city of Memphis, actually, people who actually compost a lot of the trees and stuff like that. When they go to cut down these trees, they'll go and get that material and come and compost it and stuff like that.
That's what called compost. That's the actual name.
Well, you have compost and then you have mulch. Mulch is more of just your trees and stuff like that, like more sticks and stuff like that.
Okay.
It's mostly mulch. Wood chips. That's really all it is. Compost is where you take in, like, say you're ready to cook some greens, and you pick your greens, and the stems, most people don't eat the stems, you know what I'm saying? So they take them and throw it away. Don't throw this stuff away. You go and throw it in your compost, and it breaks back down into the soil and releases nutrients to feed the next crop of plants that you have.
Because I'm one of those people who love to, I just got to have my greens. I got to pick them. Them canned glory greens, I just for life of me, don't taste right.
It ain't nothing like having fresh crops.
You know, but I always, you know, was taught, you know, after we pick them, we always throw them away.
Nah.
You know, even when my grandma was gardening back in Greenville, Mississippi, where she had the tomatoes and, you know, the stuff that people, snap peas and all this stuff growing up along the fence, we always took the greens, we always take the compost, and we threw it away. We never knew to take it in.
Well, you're throwing it in there to make compost.
Right.
To compost it. That's
right.
what you're doing.
Right.
No, I just had to correct you on the way you were. Because somebody watching, I don't want them to think that you...
Yeah. Okay, that is the compost. No, we're making it.
Yeah, you're putting that in there to become part of the compost. To break down into compost.
So I never knew that to take that and put it back. Never thought of it. Man,
it's a lot of stuff that people really don't know. Like, My whole thing is this. So, I've been growing and farming and stuff like this since I was 13 years old.
Mm-hmm.
My grandmother always had something growing, always. And I don't know, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
39.
You're 39?
40 in November.
I'm 43. So back then, like, for one, we didn't eat a lot of meat. When grandma went to the store, she would come back with a couple of packs of meat and it would be wrapped in butcher paper. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, we ate out of the backyard. Or she would go to the store and get little stuff like flour and stuff like that, but she knew how to make all that stuff herself.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't know about like the nutrient soil wheel. She didn't know about the soil biology and all that type of stuff. All she knew was that when she put certain things into the soil, beautiful things happen.
Mm-hmm.
Such as like banana peels. Banana peels is an excellent fertilizer. A lot of people don't know this. So when you eat a banana, you're eating it for what? The phosphorus and the potassium, right?
Right.
That's what it provides back to the ground.
So basically, what we're talking about, just so I can kind of help them and help me, is okay, we are basically helping the soil to stay mineralized.
Yes.
And have good soil, because I know, listening to a lot of people, they say that a lot of soil is depleted.
It is.
You know,
78% of U.S. soil is depleted of its nutrients.
Right. And so what you're basically saying right now is just doing these simple techniques helps the soil to get a lot of minerals back.
It's nature.
Right. Right.
So this is what I tell people when people ask me about, because that's really what I focus on, soil biology, learning and studying about soil.
Mm-hmm.
You can't grow nothing without soil. You have some plants that'll thrive in water, but it's very few. It's not a lot, and even at some point, they're gonna need to be put in a home where they like to be, which is in soil.
Right.
So, if you go out to the redwoods out there in California, did you know that it's illegal to dig out there? They will give you prison time if they catch you digging out there. But the soil is so black; it's blacker than this foam. It's very, very nutrient rich. So a wooded area, say when you're driving home after you leave here and you pass a wooded area, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who waters that stuff?
The land.
No, I'm saying, you don't see nobody out there watering it. You don't see nobody out there feeding it, right? Every year, this stuff, when fall comes, the leaves, old branches, everything falls onto the forest floor, right?
Mm-hmm.
And next year, these same trees, they grow bigger, prettier, more lush, more greener, and more disease resistant than they was the previous year. So you have to ask yourself, why is this, right?
Mm-hmm.
The reason why is because everything lands on the forest floor and it composes back into the soil. The leaves hold all of the nutrients.
Mm-hmm.
The leaves are very, very nutrient rich. You have microorganisms, you have...
Within your explanation, but I got it.
Mm-hmm.
You're basically explaining
my motto is feed the soil, not the plant.
Right, but let me help somebody. Let me paraphrase what you're saying.
Okay.
You're basically saying this is recycling.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Recycling, you know.
That's what you're doing.
And I'm just saying it for people who don't understand. Sometimes some people, they get lost in the conversation. What is he talking? Just basically talking about how nature recycles itself, takes its own to heal itself and become stronger over time, or better over time. You know, so yeah.
It always gets better.
Right. Yeah, hey.
But see, that's my motto. My whole motto on every video I do, I'm pretty much saying it. Feed the soil, not the plant. And it gets to a lot of people like, what do you mean by feed the soil, not the plant? The whole mission is to create a living soil. What I mean by living means that if you look in your soil and you go to pull it back, it's stuff that you can't see that's in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's microscopic. Okay? Only with a microscope or something you can see these type of things. But you will see bugs, you see activity and stuff going on. That stuff is there for a purpose. It's there for a reason. Just like the weeds in your yard. They there for a reason. And they have healing properties. A lot of people don't know it. But hey, we want a pretty front yard, right? So we go get the MSMA and we spray and kill off everything. And you see what I'm saying? And then wonder why we can't nothing grow in our yard. So my focus is feeding the soil and not the plant. I don't focus on feeding the plant. You try to feed the plant, you're gonna mess the plant up.
I mean, but when you say the soil, see that, but that's the environment that the plant has to live in to become what it is. You know what I'm saying? So once you invest, if you look back at us, you know, if we understand when we talk about the environment and understand the environment, we are what the environment is. So if the environment is healthy and has full of nutrients and minerals and things of sort, then what do you think that plant is going to be?
Right.
Or that vegetable or whatever it is. That's what that is. It's a part of its environment.
And we forget one key ingredient.
What's that?
Love.
Right, absolutely. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
Love take care of everything.
Absolutely. You know.
But I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. I know how this can be confusing to new gardeners or new, people who thinking about starting a garden and don't understand what I mean by feed the soil and not the plant. What I mean by this is, okay, you say you go to Walmart, you buy you some soil, right? You put it in a pot. You get your plant, you put your plant in the pot. I'm just giving a quick example. Things like your banana peels, after you eat a banana, don't throw the banana peel away. You can break that banana peel down in so many different ways. One being you can put it in a jar, a Kool-Aid jug or whatever, fill it up with water, let it sit for 12 to 24 hours, take that water and water your plants with that. That's a quick release. The plants get that immediately because it's water soluble. It's water. Take the banana peel, make a trench in the soil and push it down in there and bury it. The microorganisms and the worms in the pot will compost this immediately. Like banana peels break down like in less than a week sometimes. They break down really, really fast. And the phosphorus and potassium that's the phosphorus, the potassium, and the magnesium that's actually in banana peels actually help with fruit production. So if you got rose bushes, things like things that bloom or produces fruit, banana peels is excellent for enhancing the fruit production. Right. To making them grow bigger fruits, more flowers, you have more blooms on your plant or your tree or whatnot. Stuff like your lettuce scraps. You know what I'm saying? You just don't want to put anything acidic into your soil, because the acidity, it'll raise the pH, and most plants don't require a lot of acidic soil. Like blueberries do, they love acidic soil. But other than that, most of your vegetables, you don't want any acidic stuff in your compost or in your soil. So don't go throwing no lemon peels or orange peels into your soil. But even fish, like I went as far as putting fish under my plants. How the Indians used to do. So we've gotten away from that.
Is it raw fish, cooked fish, the fish head, the fish tail, the fish guts, the fish skin? What?
You can just take the whole fish, go catch your fish and put them in the ground and bury them.
Before you do your plants.
Like say if you got like a 20-gallon pot, right? And you got soil, like say this is the bottom of the pot. You got soil halfway. You can take the fish. I usually get like sardines and water, and I'll drain the water off. Sometimes I just pour the water off in there with them. You bury it, you just throw them right in there. Take you some coffee grinds. Coffee can raise the pH and the acidity in your soil too, but it's very, very healthy for your soil. So you don't use a lot of it. You're just trying to mask the smell of the fish, so there won't no rodents or nothing come and be digging in your pots.
Cats.
Yeah, stuff like that. So you sprinkle a little bit of that on top, and you can take your plant and put it directly on top of that and backfill it with soil, and you'll see in about a month the results. You won't be able to stop it.
Wow.
And you have fruit popping up everywhere. This is how the Indians, they didn't know. All they knew was that they had corn and stuff growing over here, right? They fish out here. They gut the fish, they throw in the guts over there. Well, see, this is part of the nutrient soil web, which is mycelium that's up under the ground. So I don't know if you ever been digging in the ground before, digging or whatever, and you see like something that looks like a spider web in the ground.
I've seen that before.
That's the mycelium that's in the ground. That's part of the nutrient soil wheel.
And that's a whole network.
Yeah, that's the mycelium. So the mycelium, this is a tree. This is a tree. If this tree right here needs manganese, which is a micronutrient, this tree will send it to this tree through the mycelium in the ground.
Right.
The mycelium is basically just like a holder. So it holds the nutrients for the plant, for when the plant is ready to uptake it. So when the plant sends the signals and say, hey, I'm looking for more phosphorus, potassium, manganese, calcium, iron, sulfur, zinc, or whatever, it's already right there. It's already right there. It just shoots it right up the tree. It's already right there.
It's basically like a water faucet. You know, it turns on when it needs, and it turns off when it has enough.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is why I say feed your soil and not the plant.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. It's just like a baby. If you get baby start crying, you give them a bottle, right?
Mm-hmm.
The baby drink the bottle real fast. We assume the baby is still hungry because he drank the bottle so fast, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we gonna make the baby another bottle, and you give it back. You give the baby a second bottle, and the baby take a little sip or two, and then he throw the bottle. He don't want it because he's full.
Right.
Well, plants work pretty much the same way. I can look at a plant and say, because I know how to spot deficiencies. So I can look at a plant and say, man, that plant is suffering from nitrogen, right?
So, I mean, this
Nothing
is a
wrong
plant.
with that.
Yeah, I just bought this plant today. You know, let me take it out of this thing.
It could possibly use a little nitrogen because of the light green colors that's in it. But most times you just transplant it into a bigger pot and you'll see that it'll fix it.
So how would I know when it's time to transfer this into a bigger pot?
You'll have to water more. A lot of times you'll see the roots coming out of the bottom. You see the root?
I see the one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's one right there, there's one right here. There's one trying to come out there. There go a bunch of them right there.
Okay.
So you'll see the roots starting to come out of the bottom of the pot. Also, the best way to tell is to always like squeeze the side of it, push on the bottom, well, there's so many plants in here, you have to come like this to take it out. And then you turn it upside down, push on the bottom, and it'll slide right out this pot. And you just look at the root ball. If the root ball, if the whole thing slides out and it's just roots everywhere, then yeah, it's time for a bigger home for it.
Okay. I've seen plants like that before.
Yeah.
You know, with me being a person that grew up with my grandmothers and stuff like that, which you know they all back then they all loved plants.
Yeah.
And stuff. You know, they always was out in their yard planting plants in the front. You know, doing the gardening in the back. And I remember the little black plant things that they used to eat the plants out of. You know, and it did have all those roots around that little pot that you buy from the store. We had to dig the hole so deep, and then put that plant down in there. The hole couldn't be too deep.
Right.
You know, then we had to take the bottom of the plant and basically like crunch it up just a little bit so it can breathe when we put it down in the ground. I don't know, but
A lot of people
that's what
do
we
that.
did. Right. Go ahead.
A lot of people do that, and I don't. I'm sorry, I had to burp
Oh,
or
go
something.
ahead.
That's not a bad thing to do, but I try not to. My way of gardening and farming is not to disturb the roots as much as possible. You know, because certain plants, the roots are sensitive. So until they get big enough to where, you know, and plants really don't like to be transplanted like that. You send them through transplant shock. So it's a certain way that you have to do this to minimize the transplant shock. Because a lot of people, like you might transplant that plant right there into a bigger pot, and then you call me back weeks later like, Skunky, I don't see no growth in it. It ain't doing nothing. It look like it's trying to die or something. Well, it went through transplant shock. So you have to know how to correct it. You have to know how to actually transplant. You know, and that's one of the things that I teach and stuff too. So.
Right. Man, that's dope. I'm talking about, man, I'm ready to sign up for the course.
Yeah. I don't really break roots apart. You have certain plants, there's not very many that loves to, it's a such thing called root pruning. And it is a practice that some people use. Not very many people do it though. But I try not to disturb the roots as much as possible. Most times you just pop it out, put it in a new home, and the roots are strong. They'll actually spread out and find their way.
Right.
So, and then watering practices too. if you water like you're supposed to water, then the roots are definitely stretch.
So how do you see the future of farming for our community?
With me involved, I see it being wonderful. I see it being great. That's one of the things that I'm on too. Like, we got to get back to growing our own food, man.
Mm-hmm.
Growing your own food is like printing your own money.
Yeah.
It is. Like, think about it. Like, you go to the grocery store, you don't know what's in this stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And a lot of these big companies, they just thinking about $1, and they thinking about the demand that, you know, people won't. Say if everybody just start eating squash all of a sudden this year, you're gonna have these big companies just producing squash by the billions, and they don't care how they gotta produce it, as long as they produce it to get it to the store so you can spend your money.
Right.
And then you wonder why 5-10 years from now you got a bullhorn growing out your back. And you like, what's going on with my back? You know what I'm saying? Then they put up their commercial and say, was you eating squash in the year 2025? Well, you might be open to compensation because this was, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you growing it in your backyard yourself or got your own property and growing it yourself, you know what you feed in your soil. You know what you spraying on your plants for preventative maintenance or whatever. So you know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You know what you got.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. So is there like a certain type of water to use, or do we just use just the water hose water? Do we use the still water, spring water? What's the best water to kind of use on plants, or do certain plants take different waters? Or?
Nah. To sum it up, actually I see farming and gardening being the next big thing too. I think a lot of more people are getting into it.
Mm-hmm.
For the communities and stuff like that. I see a lot of the grocery stores starting to suffer because of so many people growing their own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's just to sum up what you just asked me.
Right.
As far as water, the best water is always going to be rainwater.
Mm-hmm.
Always. Again, nature knows how to balance itself and pH itself.
Right. But with them spraying the chemtrails and all the different chemicals that's constantly falling from the sky, it doesn't affect the rainwater. The rainwater is more purified than us taking the water and purifying it ourselves and then using it on the plants.
Yep. You got to think about it. I mean, if you're a big conspiracy theorist, then yeah, that might be an issue for you. You know, because of the way your brain, because of the way you're thinking.
Mm-hmm.
But rainwater, first off, it comes from the ground.
Mm-hmm.
It comes from the ground. It evaporates. Nature knows how to balance itself, brother. I don't care. It's some things that you just cannot, you can't change.
Right.
I don't care what they go up there and spray in the sky. I don't care how much stuff they blow up. I don't care what nature knows how to correct it. Nature knows when to clean the air. That's what you think be going on when it rains. You ever been, they say it's gonna rain and you see a huge wind and it be dusty coming through?
Mm-hmm.
Or seen the rain come down and it be dusty, and then right after that you go outside and you like, man, I can breathe better.
Yeah, and it be so beautiful.
You see
right
what I'm
after
saying?
that rain. Yeah.
Nature knows how to,
yeah.
nature knows what it's doing.
I witnessed it, and I never really thought of it that way, but now that you say it, yeah.
Nature knows exactly what it's doing. This is because of the Most High, because of this beautiful intelligence. It's designed this way, it's strategically thought out. You know how much time it takes to think of this, for this to help that, for this to fall this and this to do that. So, but if you, I know most people don't have rainwater catchment systems and stuff like that. So the best way you can do it is get you some buckets. Get you some 5-gallon buckets. When it's about to storm, harness the water. Harvest the water, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Put your buckets out there and let the rain fall into the buckets, and then you can then take the water and put it in jars or whatever you want to do with it, you know, to water in the future.
Right.
The best way is to utilize the rainwater immediately. You know what I mean? Let your plants get their rainwater. I'm gonna tell you a story about how beneficial the rainwater is too. That happened to me. But when it comes down to like the city water, you got to think about it. I just did a video about this.
Mm-hmm.
The city water has a lot of chlorine in it, for one. It has other so-called minerals and things like this in it to purify it and clean it. so that we'll be able to ingest it. You get what I'm saying? But it's not pH'd to what a plant needs to be pH'd. And it has a lot of these other chemicals and additives to it that actually robs the plant of the benefits of getting the water. So the city water, a lot of the city water tends to, because of the chemicals that's in it, it locks out certain nutrients. It causes a nutrient imbalance in your soil, which will lock out a certain nutrient. So some people say, man, my plant growing like crazy, but it's not producing fruit. Why? Well, part of the reason is because either you don't have enough phosphorus and potassium in your soil, or the water that you're using has caused imbalance and it locked out their nutrients so the plant can't uptake it. So what you have to do then is basically flush your plants or let the rainwater get to it. So, but if you're gonna use water, I say use rainwater is gonna always be the best and the first. Natural spring water. If you have a natural spring running by your property, some of the best water in the world. If you have a water well, you know, but we can't drill for water inside the city limits. But anybody watching, you know, if you live out in the country, well water is excellent for your plants. It's in the ground where the roots growing down into it anyway.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
That's true.
But the story I got for you is, I don't know if you know of any, you know, if anybody watching may know, but I'm licensed to grow and cultivate hemp in the state of Tennessee. So I was growing, it's called wedding cake. That's the name of the strain. I was growing a wedding cake. And that's just the name of the strain.
You said wedding cake. Okay.
But the tree was so beautiful. I'm talking about, I've never had a cannabis tree to grow like this before. Like it stayed short in stature, but it was so bushy. It was like them big round pretty bushes that you see where people done trimmed them and stuff, and it looked so pretty. That's exactly how it looked. Wow. And all of a sudden it started, I was watering it and everything, you know, with the water hose from the city water, and it slowly but surely just started dying off. And it got all the way down to one leaf left on the whole entire plant. And I remember telling my wife, I said, it was about the storm, because we was getting all the hurricane water from, it was hurricane season, and we was getting all the hurricane water, you know, from the storms and stuff coming up. And she was like, you're not gonna move it? I'm like, nah. I said, I told her just like dude said on Rocky, the Russian, I said, if he dies, she dies, you know what I'm saying? And I left out there. No lie, it stormed so freaking bad, man. It stormed so bad. 3 days later, I went back into my backyard and I saw more leaves sort of like this. And I was like, In 2 weeks, that bush had revitalized itself and became more bigger and bushier than what it was at first. So this is what drew me to doing my study on rainwater.
Right.
Because it had to be the rainwater. It wasn't nothing else I did.
Yeah, because I mean, it went from this big old, massive, beautiful bush to one leaf.
Yeah.
And then it blossomed back out.
It blew out. And that was some of the best stuff I had that year. Wow. I swear to God. And from that day forward, so now, I rarely even water, to be honest with you. A lot of gardeners and farmers, people who may be watching this, you know, like, we don't really water like that. Until it gets, like, into the really, really hot months, like, you know, mid-July and stuff like that. Sometimes August or whatever. This August actually been pretty cool, opposed to others, you know, previous seasons.
Right.
But I don't really water like that. If you have a nutrient-rich soil and take care of your soil, you'll see that you really don't have to water like that. I just wait on the rain, let the rain water. It's crazy because let me show you how important rainwater is and how connected to nature we are and how the universe works. If you notice, they say April showers bring May flowers, right?
Right.
For the past couple of years, we haven't been really getting a lot of rain in April.
Rewarding part of being a farmer.
Oh.
I know, you know, the products at the end, but other than that.
The most rewarding part is the peace that it brings.
Talk about it.
The peace that it brings.
Open up more about that, because even if a person is not doing farming and they could be into something else. You know, talk about the therapeutic side of it that you get from it or whatnot. You know, and if you're watching, I just want you to be able to take this and use it for your journey or what you're trying to grow into. But yeah, go ahead.
That's very therapeutic. Actually, the piece that I get from it is, I don't know how to describe it, man. It's like just to have a free mind, like a clear, free mind. Like when I'm out there messing with a plant or something, like say this one here, and I'm looking at it and I'm talking to it, I'm not thinking about none of the problems that I just had or had. You know, I'm not thinking about no bills. I'm not thinking about the violence in the city. I'm not thinking about none of that. You know what I'm saying? My mission, my whole focus is on this plant, and the plants actually talk back. So
I understand it. Go ahead.
And it's the piece of nurturing something from a seed, a little small seed, and then to see it as big as this sign right here, and it's bearing fruit. You know what I'm saying? And to know that it's alive.
Yeah.
This is living. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you know, it makes you value and appreciate nature. It makes you appreciate its presence. You know what I'm saying? And that's the piece I get from it, because everything serves a purpose and everything is alive, and we overlook a lot of stuff like that because we're so focused on. This is a part of the piece that it brings. We're so focused on. From the time we wake up, that alarm clock go off, you know what I'm saying? I gotta get in the shower, I gotta brush my teeth, I'm running late for work, I gotta get to work, I gotta remember to do this, I gotta take the kids, I gotta do this, I gotta cook, I gotta I gotta cut the grass, I gotta go to my mama's house, I gotta, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
And we step over these plants every single day, and you know, so it just takes away, it takes you to a different place, man. You dream a lot, you know.
So, what you just described to me, because I'm gonna paraphrase it. I like to use it in different ways so people can get what you say. Because people be like, "It's crazy," you know. For me, I understand.
Did I not explain it good enough? Because I can break down a little way.
Man, you explained it great. You know, so basically, if I had to break it down a little bit more, because some people are a little bit, they catch on a little bit slower than others. So basically, what you explained was like, so think of a child. And a child that you don't understand, that child will become a little rebellious and kind of push away from you, versus a child that feels like you understand it. It will open up more to you and talk to you a whole lot more. It will become a little more closer to you, because that child feels the love and it feels the caring that you give off to them. You know, the symptoms and whatnot. You know. If you went over a babysitter's house, you know which babysitters didn't care too much about you. You know what I'm saying? The one that yell at you, you're gonna be stand offish towards them. You know what I'm saying? Versus the ones that cook for you and really love you and, you know, treat you like your parents would or whatever. You'll kind of talk to that babysitter a whole lot more, you know, and have a better relationship with them. So this is how you are with what you love to do, your plants. You know, I believe it's a bond that's made within, you know, the loving and the caring and the attention that you give. So it speaks back, so you can be more understanding of what it does. You know,
it's true,
man, and that's dope. You know, so man, I know we gotta get ready to close this thing out.
But if you don't mind, let me add this. Another part of the piece that it brings to me. And to a lot of gardeners, from what I'm understanding now. I don't know, you know, anybody's religion or anything. I ain't trying to offend nobody or nothing like that. But if you've ever read the Bible, or if you know any part of the Bible, any part about Adam and Eve, right? Mm-hmm. And just go to different chapters in the Bible. Everything started in the garden. Mm-hmm. Everything. Mm-hmm. Everything was created. Everything started right there in the garden. So why would I not want to be where I feel I can find God more?
Presence.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's all I'm doing, man. I'm just beautifying God's creation. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. There's nothing wrong with it. You know, we all find our
way to connect with it.
Right. But it starts with self. You know, it starts with developing that time, a long time. You know. We can go, man. We can sit and talk about it for a while. I'm talking about straight.
It teaches you patience too.
Yeah, come on now.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on now.
Because you have to wait for the plants to do what they gonna do, and yeah. So it teaches you a lot, man. I've learned so much just from, and I've been growing, like I said, since I was 13. I just wasn't. How can I say it? I wasn't stepping all the way into my purpose for a long time.
Right.
Cause I ain't think, I thought people were looking at it like, man, that's corny, that's lame. And then once I got up out of that, you know what I'm saying? I was like, man, I don't care what nobody think or feel. This is what I like to do. You know what I'm saying? You gonna accept it or go on about your business. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Come to find out, there's a lot of people that's like, man, I didn't know nothing about, I ain't know nothing about that. I ain't know nothing about this. That's interesting. I like to do it too. So on my journey has brought out a lot of people who actually grow. Yeah, and they like, so. Even from my alcohol addiction, there's a lot of people that came out from that too, so.
I can understand that. So, man, look, I want to thank you for being here. Where can people find you at?
You can find me on YouTube.
Okay, YouTube?
Yep, YouTube. Big Skunky, BIGSKUNKY. You'll see me, a picture of me sitting on a tractor with my farm hat on. Also on TikTok, I think it's Big Skunky 01. Or you can just type in Big Skunky, you'll see me on there. It's a lot of videos on there. You'll hear the yo. On Instagram, it's the same thing, Big Skunky. I think it's Big Skunky 22. No, on Instagram, it's Skunky Impresario. Skunky Impresario.
Impresario, spell Impresario.
Man, I forgot how to spell it myself. Hold on.
Yeah, so while he's looking it up, man, let me go ahead and give y'all let y'all know. Look, don't forget about our brand university, man. It's a place where we help people get their products shown, and we advertise people's stuff. Such like him, he's an agriculture guy. Last week we had Jada General, she does the plaques, the trophies, and they're so amazing as well. And both people have found their peace. Within creations and doing things towards something that makes them feel good. Man, the brand university is a part of Memphis C's brand that it allows people to be able to promote their brand. Before I go with this last part, did you find?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Spell
I just didn't want to interrupt you.
I'll go ahead. So I want to say the last part of it.
So on IG, it's Skunky, SKUNKY, Impresario, IMPRESARIO. And Impresario means like a creator, inventor and creator of things. Okay. On Facebook, it'll be, I have a group called the Garden Guild, but you can find me on Facebook on my real name, which is Cordell. Well, Skunky my real name too, but it's Cordell Eccles, CORDALE. Last name Eccles, ECHOLS. That's the one I be on all of the time on Facebook. So I got like 3-4 different Facebook pages.
Yeah, I'm gonna add you in a minute. So I hope y'all get there, family. Man, look, as I said earlier, we got the Jugging for Peace. Let's get ready to come up. The Jugging for Peace fundraiser. Man, $500. $500 for the first place winner. We also have our sponsorship packages. $100 for 3 months, $250 for 6 months, and $500 for a year membership sponsor package with our organization. Like I said, if you want to learn more details about those sponsorship packages, man, look, reach out to me, Radley Moe, Terry Mass. Just reach out on the Memphis East podcast, Memphis East page on Facebook, or however you can find me. I'm in the streets. You better know it. You can bump into me anywhere.
I'm gonna have to get you in the gardens, man.
Man, I definitely want to come, man. Walk around and see, learn a little bit more, get the feel of it. Well, really get back to it, because I remember I used to do it with my grandma. And it's gonna be a good feeling, to get back to that. I actually did a conversation this morning about my grandfather.
Oh, yeah.
You know, how he used to tell me I was the man of the family and stuff like this. And with certain stuff that you were saying, it was like confirmation back to me, you know, and I was looking, I'm like, man, it's crazy, you know, because it kind of like paraphrased whatever the conversation was. But I would love to come and do that, you know. I would love to do it, bro.
I want to let people know, too, right now I have a GoFundMe up for a property that I'm looking to purchase in South Memphis, where I was born and raised, where I grew up at.
Mm-hmm.
The property is at 2544 Warren, at the corner of Warren and Carlton. The GoFundMe, they asking for $5,500.
Mm-hmm.
So I plan to take this property and turn it into a community garden for the community, of course, but it's not just for the South Memphis community. It's for basically the whole city of Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, the primary focus right now is South Memphis, to help the elderly and to also work with the schools in the local area and to teach the youth how to become more self-sustainable through gardening practices.
Mm-hmm.
So, what else? Also, air purification. We're cleaning the air, because I don't know if a lot of people know, but South Memphis is the most polluted area in the city of Memphis because of the certain chemical plants.
Yeah, they got
stuff like that.
the gas place down there and everything and all that, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now Elon Musk back there with the Exelon, whatever the thing is he got back there, but that's more, yeah, it's more so towards Westwood, but a lot of people don't know Walking Home Westwood area is still part of South Memphis.
Yeah, they right there by each other.
So with the air purification, I plan to plant, you know, certain trees, more so like your oak trees, hickory trees.
To help purify the air.
Right, to help with that. So I'm asking for everybody's help and participation with it. If you're able, you know, anybody watching or whatever, if you're able, just go to GoFundMe and type in Planting Seeds of Change in South Memphis. Or you can just Planting Seeds of Change. Or you can just type in my name, which is Cordale Eccles, Cordale, last name Eccles, Echols. Right now we've already raised, I think, $1,600, along with, it's actually more than that because some people gave me cash, but along with the money that I've been putting aside towards it too. Mm-hmm. And I have less than a month to come up with the rest of this money, so. Well, right at a month, pretty much.
Okay.
So.
Well,
we're gonna get it regardless.
Y'all need to tap in on his page, and we don't want to go about time. We want to be respectful for the setting and the area we're in. Man, bro, we finna turn up.
Oh yeah. And the merchandise coming too. This is actually some of the merchandise, my shirts and stuff that I make.
Yeah, show it to the camera.
So yeah, if they can get that. Everybody that know me know these shirts, man. They love them. I got them in all different colors. But I'm also gonna have a lot of compost teas. We didn't get it. There's a lot of stuff we can get into.
Yeah, I mean, man, we had the time and space to come back, you know, to bring out more of that.
Yeah, I'll be bringing a lot of more stuff back to a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we'll be better prepared. Yes, right. Because I know this was short notice and you just came in and helped out. Nah, I appreciate that. Man, it was a great show. As y'all know, man, this is what we do here. Come and be a part of this. Man, we tired of talking about, man, we want to change our communities. Man, we helping each other, push each other brands and everything. Come and be a part of something great. Memphis Seed is the place to be. It's the place to get your interview in. It's the place to, man, come and be known. People, we on TV now. You know what I'm saying? We the boost is on the ground. We on TV now. So, man, come and be a part of something great that's going to be even bigger than we can even fathom right now. I love y'all. Brandon Moe love y'all. Terry Mass love y'all. Big C's love y'all. The family loves y'all. Big Skunky loves y'all. Crystal Harris, our production manager, she loves y'all. Man, we all love y'all. Just come on. Hit me up. You want this interview? You want this work? Come put this work in, man. This is what the journey is about. Putting in this work. Let's go. Making great connections. Let's go. Come on. Making great connections.
Very good. Great job.
He was trying to buy a lot of the buildings and vacant buildings downtown.
Give me my flowers now, no need for a eulogy. We the
Yeah,
people
they
developing
deny
love
it.
and equality.
So I don't know if his family still has,
in poverty. Teach and raise our children, time to change our culture because they are our future. The war is not over to the fat lady sing. Your future self is watching time to ignite our dreams and cook the bucket past the stream.
Build his own building and stuff like that, and let people like us come in. And he was going to use his celebrity status to draw the attention of people. And stuff like I got my shirts, I got my compost tea rooms that I made, my nutrients that I make myself, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. He's going to give you a room, you know what I'm saying, and let people come and shop with you. So stuff like this with the Memphis Seeds podcasting thing, you would have a room in there, you know what I'm saying, when you ain't got to pay nothing, and he probably gonna come on to blow it up, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
That's something. See,
Shout out to Dog.
yeah, shout out to Dog. This right here, that's a $10 million check on the front of my phone. I wrote this check to myself about 4 or 5 years ago, you know, and that was part of the idea, you know, for Big Building.
Yeah.
And that part of what you said about him, but also to give people a sense of what do you really want to do. We want to get a nurse. Well, look, we got the feel for that over here.
Right.
You know, we got, it's
Providing the resources for them.
yeah, to help you understand who are you. What is it that you really like to do? Let me push you in that direction.
Right.
You know, so you can have that room. You know, you can become that. And you can be the best at it. You know, but so many people have gotten sidetracked with life's challenges. They don't even care to even become.
You can't let these challenges in life, man. We all gonna have challenges. It's how you look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like in my household, like my kids grown, but I got 2 grandbabies now. Like I don't know if you ever seen it in my videos, but the little boy that be in the video, that's my grandbaby. He know more about plants than most adults. But yeah, it's about how you look at it. Like this morning, I could have got mad. You know what I'm saying? It's something so small that the car don't start. It might not start when I go in there now. But I was like, I just know everything works in my favor. Regardless, like what we think is bad, whether it's finances, most of the time it's finances that everybody really bugged out about, you know what I'm saying? But what the things that we think is bad, we don't think it's bad because it's not bad. A lot of times it's stuff we sit up for other things, you know what I'm saying? And then a lot of stuff that we put out into the universe too. So the way that we talk, you have a conversation. You show me a $10 million check. You taking the steps. The universe is working in ordinance with you to bring you $10 million. It's working to bring you $10 million. All you gotta do is say it. Every morning you get up now, I must have this $10 million. It's the way we word stuff.
I'm closer to the 10 million than I was.
Or I already got the 10 million. Right. And man, you'll start seeing the universe don't argue with you. So if you put out negative stuff, the universe don't say, okay, that's what you want, that's what I'm gonna give you. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's all about how we word stuff and how we look at things. And people let that, they don't know that. That's part of the gardening practice is what I'm trying to bring to. Right? To teach people how to talk. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't know, so they say crazy stuff and they get stressed out and worried, and then the universe ain't gonna do nothing but enhance your problem. That's it.
Right. Which one you want to take this on? This one or that one?
Oh, it's whatever one you want. That's fine right there.
with unity and impunity. Give me my flowers now, no need for a eulogy. We the people developing love and equality. Feed the homeless, help those living in poverty. Teach and raise our children, time to change our culture, because they are our future. The war is not over till the fair lady sing. Your future self is watching, time to ignite our dreams and cut the bucket past the stream.
All you can make for the community. From FSC, if you believe, you will achieve. To succeed, lead and make history. From FSC.